we are going to prepare something special from Spain, just to drink and to join the party with a little bit of wine. We are going to make what we call in Spanish sangria. Sangria is more than wine because it's a specialty for summertime because it's warm, and then the wine maybe is too hot and too hard to drink with food. And this is more easy to drink but more dangerous also because you drink much more, and besides you have a lot of more materials growing inside of the drink, which I will explain later on. This is just to make, we make like a bottle with fruits, and afterwards we will pour the wine.
Voy a poner solamente 2 naranjas.
Okay. And we will have to maintain the wine during a part of time until we drink it. So it gets the flavor of the fruit at the same time. We are going to use 2 oranges.
2 oranges, 2 lemons.
That depends on how many people are and how they want to make it. Doesn't make any difference if you put more. And normally, we are about 12 people. We will make this type of bowl recipe, and with 2 oranges, 2
melocotones y 2
peaches, and 2 lemons will be enough. I like to put always the lemon like this. Because gives the same flavor than when you cut it, but it's different and it looks much nicer on the peach to serve when you put this inside. Déjame para quitar estas pipas. Now we are going to put the wine. Okay? You don't need, and I will say, you must use not a very good wine. Will be really a sacrilege, because you are going to afterwards to wash it, to water it with the ice and with some kind of lemon, soda lemon. So that makes, it doesn't make any sense to use a good wine. But it should be okay, because the taste of the wine is important. We are using this time the family wine Madrid, which is important. If you have a family wine, use it please. That will be very good for the family and also commercially, so everybody knows what is a good sangria. And now we have to put some kind of liquors inside. Here we have a brandy, which doesn't have to be a good brandy either, but this is a brandy, so more or less, you don't need to measure. Depends on how much wine you pour.
Ahora ponemos
Martini, verbo sweet martini.
Dulce,
Martini dulce.
Un poquito, no pongas todo.
Okay? And a little bit of Grand Marnier. We don't have Cointreau. Otherwise, we will use Cointreau because it's orange liquor. And with the orange that we have, it will be more.
Le da más sabor al poner un licor
more flavor. But we are going to use a little bit of this Grand Marnier, which is a very good taste. Just that. And now to finish with the preparation, we are going to pour some sugar. Necessary to put more sugar. I don't like to put sugar, too much sugar, because that's what gives you headache afterwards. In the meantime, you have to take some walk around until 2 hours from now, more or less, when we will have lunch, or when we will have the people here for the party. And then we will pour inside ice and the lemon soda. And maybe I think that Susie is giving a good idea to put a bottle of champagne, just to make it bubble. Okay. Using the presentation that we made for the sangria, I think it would be interesting to know another recipe for parties, maybe, and for ladies especially. The change with the sangria is that you will use white wine instead of dry red wine. This case will be sweet white wine. And you make the pieces of fruit, you can make it smaller, like that date. And then, because when you serve it in the cup, it's nice to see the fruit just floating. But I mean, you don't need to do it if you want, but that will be a kind of ornament to do that. And the rest is more or less the same. You can make as much as you want. You use what I say, white wine sweet, if possible, and then the pieces of fruit, and then some kind of liquors like cognac, like vermouth, like Cointreau or Drambuie, something like that. And later on, when after you leave it like this, resting for a while, 2 hours more or less, what you do is to incorporate ice and champagne instead of lemon soda. Champagne alone. And that's marvelous. The champagne can be also semi-sweet, half sweet, which is in the market normally. And that's all. And that's called cap de champagne. This before was sangria, and that's cap de champagne, cap of champagne. From Madrid, the Padillas Group informed. Put some ice on the sangria before we pour the champagne, or before we put the lime soda. Okay?
There it is. Hey, it went pretty far. Ahora es cuando se nos sale por el lado. Okay.
Look. Okay? And this is the, now we drink and have fun.